Welcome to another exciting episode of Tent City Diaries. Episode number 11, the murder episode. We're back in this once proud capital city of Olympia, Washington, downtown by the water, and it's beautiful. Just like if you could go out into outer space and look at the Earth from a distance, hey, it all looks great from there, but the blight and lawlessness that the homeless camps are imposing on all of us gets clearer the closer you get. How many people pass over this 4th Avenue Bridge every day without realizing there's about 100 anarchist squatters hunkered down under the bridge in a dystopian shitsville that just took a turn for the worse? Well, look what I found on the dock by Bayview Thriftwood. This is cheap entertainment.
Are you... Oh my God. Please tell me this thing actually works, because this could be too good to be true. Land telescope here, and homeless people there. Oh my God. This is a money-making opportunity. I'm gonna hang out here and charge people. Say, oh yeah, this is mine. It costs you like a quarter. I need to just hang out by this thing all day long and charge people to look at the scene over here. There's shit going down right now.
And while tripping over piles of exposed syringes and watching crazy people wander about downtown, I came across something else that intrigues me.
Love Olympia? Hell yes I do. I also love these stickers. I get it, but aren't the lines mixed up or something? Wait a minute. We all lose when enforced laws police can't. That don't even make sense to me. Found another one. This one appears to have touched a nerve. It looks like somebody responded by writing and then tearing off the skeleton's head. And they're targeting these empty businesses because businesses are being driven out of downtown by this homeless crisis. Tourists don't want to hang out with bums laying on the sidewalk, taking the poops in front of them, leaving open needles on the ground. Props to these things. I get what you're doing. I understand it, and I like your sticker protest. It's pretty cool. Well, just follow the telltale crumbs. The breadcrumbs, as they were, they're just bright orange, more like Cheetos, perhaps. It's one thing to have an addiction. It's another thing to leave your paraphernalia out. And I don't bring these along as props. I find them wherever I go. And that's one of the big issues a lot of the local citizens have, is they find it a little uncomfortable that maybe their children could accidentally pick up and jab themselves with a syringe. Just a heads up. Yeah, that's an issue. Yeah, I wore my heavy boots today, you notice, so that don't accidentally get jabbed in the foot with one of these. And what's in the bag is what I want to know.
What's in the bag? Ugh, well, could be a crime scene. Well, there's never a dull moment, and here's a guy always willing to talk about it. Meet Opie.
How long have you been down here?
I've been living in this place since last September.
A little over a year.
Yeah. Personally, I want a house. I want to be able to get off the streets. You know, I've been struggling out here for 2.5 years.
I feel like if you want to find success, you can be successful.
You can, and you can make it. We're actually working on getting tiny homes for the homeless and for those that are actually wanting to get off the streets, you know, out of the drugs.
How big a factor do you think addiction plays on the streets?
It's basically like giving them a false sense of security.
And it sounds like the clock's ticking, and you've been given sort of an eviction notice of sorts, or?
Well, we got an eviction notice, and I stood up to the city.
Do you find it at all ironic? I'm looking here in the background. We've got this developer that's turned the mistake on the lake into some high-rise condos.
Power, I know.
Does this have some factor to play in your eviction here from the 4th Avenue Bridge?
I think it does. Nobody in that building wants to see us here. It just goes to show that people are more worried about their money than helping fellow man out, helping their fellow
Speaking of community, I was here for several hours on Saturday and everything seemed fairly civil. But when I returned on Sunday, there was a definite chill in the air.
Last night, they found a body down there on Deschutes Parkway, and it's kind of the talk of the camp right now.
Just as I was finishing up this monologue, I heard Elvis's girlfriend or wife or whatever the hell she is begin shouting at me from their tent. He thinks we're all junkies. He calls this Junkieville. He hates us. Why are you talking to him? Suddenly, the whole camp came alive. Some young buck came out, tore off his shirt, and began circling me like a gladiator. Another guy walked right up to me and while gesturing in my face said, "You got 30 seconds to get out of here. 30, 29, 28. People were emerging from tents everywhere by now, and I had to make it through a gauntlet to escape. Someone shouted, "You come back here and you're dead." Well, considering someone had been murdered a couple hundred yards away the previous evening, I took that threat very seriously. Amazing how territorial these people can be, considering they're illegally squatting on public property.
I think we might have found one of the scenes of the crime right here. It looks like some flares were burning or something here on the ground. So it's possible the body could have been found very, very close nearby. They had all of Deschutes Parkway shut down last night in both directions, dealing with a body that they found in the bushes here. So there's actually been, now I don't know if it's natural causes or if it was a murder or who knows. Well, I guess we'll find out.
They say the man was a transient living in a tent on the hillside above where he was found.
At least we can say we didn't see that coming a mile off. So it happened here at the crosswalk near a popular park. Ironically, the same crosswalk where our victim was last seen alive on the surveillance camera of a passing bus that night. He ended up stumbling mortally wounded to this bus stop where he died, but not from the gunshots.
Saturday evening, the State Patrol says someone called 911 to report a body right on the pathway next to the heavily used Deschutes Parkway on the banks of Capitol Lake.
Jason Aaron Moline, someone's son, brother, and he was a father.
A 45-year-old man who died from what they call homicidal violence.
It seems like the perfect safe place to live.
Not since Tent City took over the neighborhood, but at least the State Patrol have a plan to stop the violence.
We suggest people not have earphones in both ears so that you can hear somebody coming up on you.
That'll fix the problem. Hey, Keith, give us a sign-off.
Live at the Capitol, Keith Eldridge, Comonians.
So Tent City's gone from just an annoyance and a nuisance to matters of life and death. Our sense of safety and community is forever shattered. Is now the time to take a stand? If not now, when do we take our city back?
This has been another Gregg Zart production.
We shall walk